away by the tit. It's the clip for calling clicks. I'm all in, so I'm bound to trip. Flip my product like Mickey D's cheeseburgers. More like a waffle, how these fees get served. As I bend the block, yes, I beat the curve and pass broadcast. But little baby seems absurd. On the mission for that cheese on the first and third. I'm living that glove life like I'm six and bird. We're young on the team, we gon' bleed them birds and lock down the whole city with that beakish Persian. B and C is the click I claim. Desert Ease is the chick I aim. Way heavy when I spit that game. Have mommy taking me on shopping sprees when she dished that lame. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. I am Tarot King, the Prophet, back with another Crown King Tarot presentation. About to do a 3 oracles reading. It's been about a week. Getting back off a little break. Wouldn't necessarily say a vacation. I just needed to say a vacation. I took a break. I took a break. It's out of state, everything. So a couple times. So yeah, most definitely a break. Anyway, I'm back. To do the 3 oracles reading. All that is where I take one card from 3 decks to form one story, hopefully for you. Alright, I always start these out with a card from the Damon Tarot deck. This is where I get my fortune cookie for my roses. Just so you guys know, I've already done my prayer. Alright, so without further ado, let's go 3 wraps on this and get started, right? Yeah, came back, you can't even shuffle. Got this little damn thing on my thumb. Oh, I have it. A little heater on. I know it's loud. Ooh. Alright, here we go. Start this in front of us. We got the urinome this morning, roses. Urinome. What does the urinome have to say to you? The divination behind the urinome is: beware of holding on to things past their natural end. Focus on allowing grief and loss to run their natural course. Move on to a new cycle. Beware of holding on to things past their natural end. Focus on allowing grief and loss to run their natural course and move on to a new cycle. Not mad at that. Sit up there focusing, crying about the same thing too long. You can't sit up there crying over spilled milk till it dry up. And still be crying about it. You know, gotta pack up and move on. Get another glass of milk. Moving on to the Moonology Oracle deck. Let's see what we got. This is also where we get our number of the day. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. I'm gonna lose this. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Let's get that number. 467. 467 is the number of the day, roses. Let's see what's talking about. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Is the person you're asking is the question you're asking based on your ego, or is it from your heart? Leo energy is all about the heart. Think of the big-hearted king of the jungle, the lion. Its energy is magnificent, but when it's combined with the rush of the full moon, it can become over the top. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed. More love and thoughts for the greater good are the solution to this dilemma. If you've not been doing as you would be done by lately, this is the time to find a balance between your own needs and the needs of the people around you. This will help all your relationships. Be attuned to the moon roses. Be magnificent without being plain too much. Be magnificent without being plain too much. Get your ass out there, but don't do too much. Moving on. Last but not least, the Black Moon Astrology deck. Let's see what they're talking about. Boy, shuffling these cards. Alright, Black Moon Astrology. Can we get a different card? Wow. No, I guess we can't. We got Uranus again. Genius. That's crazy, y'all. It's like I'm pulling the same 4 or 5 cards out this deck. It's a brand new deck. I keep pulling the same cards. It is what it is, though. We here, right? Uranus Genius. This is my 3rd time pulling this card. I've had this deck for like 2 weeks. Well, I've been using it for about 2 weeks. 3 weeks maybe. Still, once a week, pull this cards. It's a bunch of cards here. It's a bunch. Anyway, The Public is Wonderfully Tolerant. It forgives everything except genius, by Oscar Wilde. The public is wonderfully tolerant. It forgives everything except genius, Oscar Wilde. The sudden bolt of a surprise that causes chaos. Uranus is the Great Awakener. Is here Uranus, the Great Awakener, is here to wake you up. According to myth, out of chaos emerged 2 expressions of deities: Gaia, Mother Earth, and Uranus, Father Sky. As the higher octave of Mercury, Uranus arrives to break the rules and smash established structures. It is the planet of not only genius but also intuition, which arrives in sudden flashes, just like lightning, seemingly out of nowhere. Uranus is the revolutionary planet, opening up channels to the higher mind and bringing about necessary changes, which can no longer be resisted. The great humanitarian, Uranus, is not really personal, and its viewpoint is one that is detached and unemotional. It symbolizes the one who doesn't really need a partner but is friend and soulmate to everyone. Those under the influence of Uranus are objective, just enough to derive reliable insight into other people's motivations. These types tend to be brainy and cool. Such detachment is needed when everything is about to be turned upside down. Another very important element of Uranus is its link to technological advances and how the future is going to look and be. When the Uranus card comes up in a reading, there will be jokes and surprises in regards to your question or focus. After all, Uranus is the upstart planet, so there won't be any smooth ride here. You can anticipate matters to turn rather eccentric, of not shocking, and not in the way you expected. Don't look upon these manifestations as wrong for you. Instead, go with it and see how your life becomes transformed in ways not exactly as you predicted, but better. You may feel excitable or nervous at present, especially when it comes to the things you are currently focused on. It may seem as if everything is speeded up, even forced against your will, but it is not a good idea to resist. The best approach is to entertain the possibilities of what you are about to learn. You can anticipate this change to be a very liberating force, offering a new course or path. Since Uranus is the planet of technology, you may find yourself having to master a new tool, a machine, a computer, or even jobs involving the internet. Since Uranus is the planet of air, storms, and lightning, anything having to do with flight, messages carried via the air, and electrical energies will be a major part of it. Phones, television sets, computers, artificial intelligence, and bionics may also figure. Your surroundings may start exhibiting electrical malfunctions. It is important to pay close attention to the wiring in your home or office. It is also important to point out the connection between Uranus and alternative forms of sexuality and gender identity. In fact, in Victorian England, homosexual and transgender people were referred to as Uranians. Therefore, you might find yourself among people with alternative viewpoints, sexuality, and sometimes people of a different class or background. All in all, this card means your life is about to be changed in big ways rather than small ones. The Uranus card says, go with it and see what happens. All right, Rose, the Uranus card in brief is rapid changes, shocks, jolts, sudden transformations, the unexpected, revolution, government overthrows, rebellion, bucking against authority, turbulence, and upset in the usual patterns, unpredictability, being knocked off balance, relocation, feeling shattered, being erratic, and not staying on course, innovation, originality, novelty, the taboo, the sense of being different, going against the status quo, counterculture, the avant-garde, alienation from your peer group, estrangement, autism, genius, intuition, intelligence, ingenuity, innovation, bolts of insight, a leap in conscious, acts of discovery, computers, the World Wide Web, brotherhood and sisterhood, homosexuality and bisexuality, transgender people, skies, lightning, thunder, and stormy weather, pewter, electric blue, oddballs, nerds, science, physics, electromagnetism, research, technology, robots, science fiction, flight, space travel, planets, outer space, UFOs, aliens, foreigners. The corresponding tarot card is the Tower. I use Wild World Tarot. That would be the Great Oak. And the key ideas are change, revolution, shocks, genius, technology, alternative lifestyles. Off rip, this is all about letting go today. It's all about letting go. Beware of holding on to things past their natural end. Focus on allowing grief and loss to run their natural course. Move on to a new cycle. Don't let pride get in your way. Be magnificent without being plain, too much, and Uranus. Representation of genius. So, what I'm getting out of this, guys, is it's just really time to pick up and move on. If you're feeling stagnant or anything like that because it's something that you're soaking on or you're sitting on or you're just wondering what's next, you got to leave that alone. It's time to move on. You know what I mean? Even if it seems like there's an ego situation maybe in the way. It's just like, man, if I do this, I'll hurt this person. If I do that, it'd be like that on them. I can't do that. It's just, it's like you have too many morals to make the next move, and right now is a perfect time to think about yourself, what it is that you want, what it is that you need, what motivates and what drives you, what helps you propel forward into the future, because that's what you need to do. You need to propel forward into the future instead of being stagnant and sitting stuck in the present and the past. A lot of us are just stuck, not even in the present, just stuck in the past, worried about something that already happened. 90% of problems are not problems. Something that has already happened probably is not a problem. Something that is about to happen way down the line probably is not a problem. But back to something that has already happened. At some point, we got to let it go. At some point, we got to move on. Sometimes we cry so hard over the same thing that we're going to forget in a year or two, and it's just like, move on, let it go, move on. Why spend all this time crying about something that you're going to forget? If you're not going to forget it, then all right, do what you got to do. If it's sitting on you like that, do what you got to do, but you still can't cry over spilled milk. You still have to move on. You still, at some point, have to put it somewhere. I wouldn't recommend hiding it inside like that. You got to let it out, but find something to do with it. You can't just wear it on your shoulders, and you can't just keep it inside. You definitely can't let it keep you stagnant. You have to prepare for it. You have to move. Prepare for it, move. You have to move forward. Okay? Keep on moving, Rose. Don't stop. Not for this. Whatever the situation is, not for this. There's absolutely no reason in the world to stop moving forward. Stop progressing. Okay? Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. If you like the show, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want to be notified when I load something up, hit that notification bell. It'll let you know every time I put a video up, every time I go live, all that stuff, all right? Once again, I am Tarot King the Prophet. This has been another Crown King Tarot presentation, and thank you so much for stopping in, bros. All right, Pound LP. Love, blessings, light, and peace.
Can't stop, won't stop.